Before we get out of here, let's go third down. And that's our favorite bet of the weekend.
All right, my best bet of the week is going to be Clemson minus 9.5. I would still buy it at minus 10. This is an NC State defense that is 113th in defensive pass rush. They are not getting any pressure on opposing quarterbacks or troubling offensive lines whatsoever. That's the medicine that Clemson needs right now. This offensive line is continually struggling in protecting the quarterback and creating holes on run blocking. And when you dig into what's going on with Clemson, the offensive line says it's just communication errors. It's just communication. It has nothing to do with talent or ability or hustle. We're going to get it figured out. Now, as far as DJ Uiagalelei goes, he's had a little bit of a quick twitch finger. He's trying to get into rhythm with Justin Ross, a guy that he did not get to throw to last year, and Joseph Nagata, who he only completed one pass to last year also. These are things where Clemson is saying that we are one step away. We are so close, and with maximum reps, DJ is going to be just fine. And with better communication with the young offensive lineman, we're going to start bombing again. Lynn J. Dixon has transferred out of the program. There's a little bit of friction going on there in the running back room. I expect a max effort out of the Clemson offense. And that's going to coincide with a defense that is putting up some of the most unbelievable numbers, especially when you look at available yards. NC State is going to have issues moving the ball, especially since they didn't execute against Mississippi State, where they had 3 offensive turnovers, gave up a special teams touchdown, and whiffed on all their red zone. This Clemson defense isn't even going to let them get to the red zone. Give me Clemson and the big number all the way through 10.
Yeah, I agree. Reluctantly, and unfortunately, have to side with Dabo this week. And if he doesn't cover, we get to call him out in this podcast at least. So I agree with you there. Look, this is an awful slate overall. I'm kind of like Brocktober. I just try to get through Brock Purdy. I try to get through September unscathed, and I usually don't. Try to tread and just survive. So I can't wait for October to get here. I played a lot of ugly games this weekend, a lot of ugly dogs. But I'll say my favorite bet of the weekend, I'll go, talked about it earlier. Woo, Big Suey. under 47 against Texas A&M. Arkansas dealing with offensive injuries, going up against just a dynamite Texas A&M defense. It doesn't give up explosive plays. I don't think that they're going to be able to get anything downfield. And then, they're not playing fast either. Talked about it earlier in the show. I think this Arkansas defense is legit. They added some beef up front. Their defensive tackle from Illinois State just really turned their defense around. And they have a lot of talent on the back end. I dug into their defense for a couple hours, and it's legit. And they're going up against a Texas A&M offense that is struggling right now. Calzada just doesn't look comfortable. The offensive line, they had to replace 4 starters. They're moving all kinds of guys around. There's injuries. Their true freshman center is struggling. And then Smith, their most dynamic receiver, might not play. They do a lot with him in the return game and running game. Also, Chapman's already ruled out. So there's a lot going on with this Texas A&M offense, who I also expect to play slow, lean on their run, lean on their defense. I think that this is a very low-scoring game, defensive battle. We'll say 1st to 24 wins this game easily. I think this finishes 20. I'll call it 21. Well, let's call it, I'll say final score 24-17. I'll leave you to pick the winner. So, Colin, if you want Arkansas to win, great. But if it's not Arkansas, you can cover your A&M bet. So give me under Arkansas, Texas A&M.